In a world searching for gaming knowledge comes the man, the myth, a legend in his own mind, Critical. Welcome back, guys and gals. Critical here. Today I'm bringing you a game guide for subsistence. Welcome back, guys and gals. Critical here. Today I'm bringing you a game guide for subsistence, and today we're going to go over what I consider the basic starter home, and my suggestion as to when you do what when. And once again, remember, this is how I play. It doesn't mean you have to play the same way that I do, or build in the same locations that I'm going to today. This is at the central pond. So I have a water source back here, two big rocks to fight from, because you guys know how I love fighting from rocks. I can fish, I can gather food. I've got good lines of sight from the hills, typically where hunters would probably build, or behind you, but this rock gives a nice fighting position, and it gives a nice defensive position. So we are going to build here today. All right. Now, I'm just going to build a basic structure. This is like when you first start the game and you're getting in and you're trying to figure out what to do when. And I'm going to show you guys what I build and in the order that I think the stuff's more important. So the first thing you want to do is get down a foundation. Now I try to get the hold on a second. All right, thought I heard a bear behind me. That's all I need. I'm doing a game guide and a bear's going to kill me. And, you know, it happens, trust me. But I always try to balance the location that I'm building at with functionality. It doesn't look like it, but this will have functionality in the end. Now, the first two things, obviously for me, is a foundation. I like to be up a little bit higher, which makes it hard to jump. So you want to make sure that you have your foundation staircase available so you can get up on your foundation, or a foundation where you know good. Now, the foundation doesn't protect you from bears or cougars. It will cause wolves to run away, but bears will run right up to it and start smacking it. Now, be aware of that. It's not a perfect defense. And of course, you're going to put down a fire. I'm not doing that because as far as I'm concerned, in this world, you're past fireplaces. But no, I put it fire down. You can either put it on the ground or put it on the corner. But this is the first thing that I would do, you know. And then, after I have those two, I always say you need to get a chest down as soon as possible. A couple reasons for this. It expands your storage location. It also makes it so that if you die while you're out there, all the loot that you've been collecting, what's in this storage container is completely safe. What's on your person is forfeit. You gotta know that. You will lose stuff. All right? So, foundation, a fire to keep you warm, a storage location, and a staircase so you can get up there. There you go. That is the bare minimum that I would suggest that people build. The next thing is you need to get a roof over your head. I mean, it is basically called a roof over your head for a reason, right? So put a wall up and then get some cover. Just this right here will keep you dry in the rain. This will protect you from rainfall because you have a roof over your head. And that's the bare basics. Now, this does all cost nails, cordage. I mean, it isn't free, right? Don't think this is a free ride. But yeah, it's just something you've got to do anyways. But it's just the way I do it. And of course, we'll get our other walls up. Now, you can put the door down, especially in the beginning of the game. The actual door in there, it doesn't do much, it doesn't stop much, but it does seal the portal. I would do that, just for me, I do that later. There's no reason to put the door on too quickly. Now, I said this would have some functionality, and it does. If I was here and I was fighting hunters, I would always want to fight from the rock. I like fighting from the rocks. But this rock gives you access to the top of the house so that when you're ready to start doing planters and stuff, you can put a planter up here. Now, it isn't optimal because the rock's going to block some of the light. All right, but it's all about placement. Is depending on how big the rock is, it might not be an issue, or you build up high enough. But that's functionality for getting up here. That's what I wanted to show. All right, so you've gotten your basic 4 walls up. You've got your storage. All right, and you can stick with this. You don't have to go any further for a while. Eventually, you're going to want to. But when you are ready to go further, first thing I would do, and of course it starts raining. Oh, let me get inside real quick. See? Protects you from the rain. I could take the walls off. This way here would protect me, but I'm not scared of the rain. I'm definitely not going to melt. I'm not made of sugar. Let's be honest. We all know it. All right, so I'm going to get the foundation staircase out of the way. We'll drop another foundation. We're going to push the wall out. Now, this is the bare basics. I don't normally build squarish or, I always try to get some type of, it's just something, just a basic square doesn't really do it for me. But, I mean, this is the idea. It's meant to be bare minimum basics. All right, so now I've expanded. It's more of a long home and not a square home. Kind of doing that Viking thing that's so popular these days. Everybody's trying to be Viking. There we go. So now we've expanded our home. At this point, yeah, I'd probably put a door on. Yay, we have a door. Okay, so you've got your bare basics down. Now I'm going to show you a little trick. If you take a half wall and you stick it in the other wall, it just clips right in, right? And then you take a half ceiling and you drop it in, it makes a perfect location to store chests. So get up here, drop 1, 2, 3, 4. That becomes your chest storage area. If you were inclined to have a bed, you could put a bed here, but of course you need a BCU for that. We're not there yet, okay? But this way, you have enough room, and you can do all the stuff that you need in this one room. You almost could live in this 2x2 without expanding it for a long time. Now, I prefer some extra room in my house, but this is plausible. It is possible to do. And the space below, you can use for workbench, your equipment, your wood burners, that type of stuff. Now, when I was saying about when you're going to put a BCU down, the idea is you want to be as prepared as possible for the hunters, if your hunters are turned on in your game, before you put that BCU down. Now, I know it's tempting. Hey, I get that BCU, I get a lockpick and the ability to make lockpicks later on. And now I want to be able to go out and get that lockbox sitting right outside of my house. Come on, this is a good thing. We need this. We need this. If your hunters are on, be aware that you're inviting hunters into the world to come kill you, basically. So you have to balance out what you need when you need it, and it's really important. Now, when I build in the snow biome, I built my entire house. I had the entire foundation set up all the way I wanted it. I even think I had most of the wall built around my structure, my frozen stone hedge. And then I put down the BCU. I purposely built a nice, decent size, a large house, before I did the hunters. And there's nothing that says you can't do that. Now, you're going to be stuck with a basic fire for cooking. You'll have no light other than that basic fire. That's all you're going to have. So you are kind of gimping yourself. But let's say you've got your base set up. You've got what you want to, before you get the hunters. You're like, Or you turn the hunters off. You're like, all right, I want a BCU. So you craft yourself a BCU. I like to place my BCU a little bit higher up on my bases. I don't know why, it's my thing. So now that BCU gives us power, mass, and gives us the ability to craft more items. Now I've already got these pre-crafted for you. So once you've put your BCU down, I would make sure to have the components necessary to make a wood burner. All right, so 7 scrap metal, 7 wooden planks, 3 cloth, 450 power, and 75 mass, which means you're gonna have to wait a while for this stuff to come in. But you wanna have this wood burner stuff, the components for it, stuck into your storage crates, so that when you have enough mass and power, which will build over time on its own. Well, this one isn't because it's not the first BCU on this world. I apologize for that. But normally, if it's the only BCU on the world, it would be increasing power and increasing mass. So if you place it down in the morning, you go out and hunt, do your thing, you come back, this will have 100 mass and 500 power more than likely, which is enough to do the wood burning stove. The wood burning stove is very important. Hold on. This is how I'm gonna place it. Now, once again, you don't have to build the same way I do. I'm not saying that. I'm just showing you what I do. And I can be OCD about stuff, but get that bad boy in there. It's not straight, but I'll deal with it. This is a way to cook and render fat, so you get that sweet, sweet biofuel. And the biofuel is nice when you craft yourself a generator. Now, the generator is something that I use if I have an item that I really want to get crafted and I don't want to wait all day for the power to come up. I can put biofuel in here, turn it on, and it'll generate 1 power unit per time unit. So basically, look at it as 1 power per second is the best way to look at it. And I just used a bandage. Yay! Now, the other good thing about having a BCU down is now you can actually have a light source. Now, you can just stick it there and that works, but I'm going to show you a little thing that I like to do. I like to get the lights in the middle of a facility. So if you get between where you have the joint between 2 ceiling pieces, you can, I don't want to say glitch, but you can find that little sweet spot where the light works right there. And there we go. Now we have a light in the center. All the shadows are gone. Well, except for back there, but you can cover that up with another storage crate. But if you like having uniform light, it is possible. Now, once again, that is the bare basics of what I would build. And so putting that BCU down, it's a couple benefits. First off, the ability to have power and mass, the ability to craft a lot more stuff, especially the workbench, which opens up a whole new world. You knew I was going to do that. And the cool thing about the workbench is once you've crafted it, you can slot it right underneath this shelf. So you have all your storage, your crafting, your cooking, your power generation. Underneath the workbench, when you're ready to make additional power storage and additional mass storage, you can place that underneath the workbench in this same area. So all your crafting, all your power generation, all your cooking happens over here, and you still have room for a bed right there. Or a bed right there, whichever side you want to do it. It still works. Now, beyond just the ability to make mass and power and craft more advanced components for surviving in subsistence, it gives you a map marker. I'm gonna get over the hill so I can't even see the base. There we go. So when you're out and about, and if you get lost and you can't seem to find out where home is, the map marker can show you, hey, come this way, there's safety. You can survive here. I'm gonna have to walk by that bag. Are you still following? You're not following me. because I had this world set to easy. Come here. Come here. I want to show you what the wolves do if you've never seen it. Oh, hello. You're a close wolf. And guess what? You're going bye-bye. See ya. And then the wolf runs off. Now, if you're really, really in bad straits, it is possible. Oh, I have no arrows on me. I have no bow on. I don't have no weapons on me. If you wanted to, you could shoot this wolf. It would run at you. You can go up here, it would run away. You could step back out and shoot the wolf. It's cheesy, but if you really, really are desperate for food, I guess you could do that. All right, guys and gals. That's what I wanted to show you today. I have been Critical. This has been a game guide in subsistence, the bare basics of building 101. Hope you guys have enjoyed this content. If you have, drop a like, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.